before we talk about this week's in-state matchup against Old Dominion, can you just give us some of your final thoughts on the JMU game?
Yeah, I thought one, it was a great environment. I mean, it was a great opportunity to showcase football here in the Commonwealth. I thought it was a good game. I was disappointed that Vasco wasn't able to finish that game there. I thought he was doing some good things for us, and we were hoping to see how he would finish that game. But there's some good things that happened there. I felt like we battled. I thought we played some clean for the most part. And what I mean, we didn't turn the ball over, put ourselves in bad situations. But there in the second half, and once we took the 13-10 lead, we went, I think, 3 straight 3-and-outs. And then they scored, I think, three straight touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. And so that was obviously the difference in the game. It was 17-13 with 11 minutes to go, I think, in the fourth quarter. That's 3 weeks in a row we've been in the fourth quarter, had opportunities to have the game sort of go our way, and we're not good enough right now, to make the plays that we need to make to make the game go our way. But I thought that they got a tremendous team and in all 3 phases there, and just disappointed we couldn't find a way to finish. No matter who gets hurt, the expectation is next man up's got to go out and perform. And thought our young quarterbacks did some good things, but they also left some things out there that maybe could have kept us driving the ball and having a chance to score. But you learn from it, and you got to come back. We got another really good opponent this week from the Sun Belt who's playing really, really well, and so we got our hands full again.
What's the severity of Ethan's injury, and what's his status as of right now?
He's been, it's been something he's been dealing with probably since week 2, I think, and he is as tough as they come. And if he could have went back, if he would have tried to go back, doctors didn't allow him to go back. He got better Sunday. Better yesterday. Today he'll be very limited in practice, but he's our trainers have said that he's improved tremendously over the last couple of days from what they thought the original prognosis was. It's an upper body injury, and so I'm not telling you that I'm 100% confident he's going to play right now. I was 100% confident he was not going to play after Saturday based off what they told me, but he has made really good strides in the last couple of days. So if it continues to heal the way it is currently, then there's a good chance that he could come back. So waiting and seeing, obviously, but based off of the last couple of days, we're all pleased with the direction he's headed.
What about other guys like a Trey Badowski or?
Badowski, he's still probably out, most likely. Trying to get back, but it just takes a while. It takes a while there. Trying to think if there's
Marcus Clark.
Marcus, same thing. Probably most likely out again. He's made progress. You just got to figure out, with both of those guys, you don't want to bring them back too early and have a chance to re-injure. So they've all both been working hard to get back, but also you got to figure out what's the best for the long term to give them a chance to be healthy for the rest of the season. So we're in the middle of that a little bit there, and so those 2 guys have been out, and they're both good players for us, which has hurt us in some situations, and so but hopefully we'll get some good news on those guys as we go. Like they've been rehabbing well. You see them moving around. Supposed to do more this week, and to see if those injuries can hold up, if they're strong enough. If not, then we'll go another week.
I know Vaughn Blue.
Vaughn's has just been a consistent. He hurt lower body, and the problem with that is it takes probably a long time to heal. So you try to play through it a little bit, and when you try to play through it, you hurt a little bit more. And so we're hoping he couldn't go at all last week. He moved around some. He's moved around better yesterday. Hopefully today we can see how much he's improved. If he can go, he's going to go. He's that type of kid, young man. We just have to see again. Is another week allow it to heal almost completely, or is it going to be one of those every week that maybe he can play, and then he gets in there, maybe re-hurts it. So we gotta get with our trainers and figure out what the best direction is.
Despite not getting the outcome, there were areas of improvement this past week. Like you said, did turn the ball over. Kickers making
Yeah,
kicks.
better kicks, yeah.
Do you take some of that and present that to the guys, or do they need that, or just what's your approach here this
Well,
week?
I think anytime you're struggling like we are, I think you need any type of encouragement. We've shared with them that we've obviously not played very good in a lot of ways. And we've played, three quality opponents the last week that we got beat by, and we've had opportunities going into the fourth quarter to win some games. And so, our belief is if we can do those little things necessary, not beat ourselves in some ways, whether that's missing kicks, we made those, holding on to the ball, not beating ourselves with some penalties, then maybe those outcomes went our way. And so you show your team the areas where, hey, these are things that we've improved on from week one till now, and then you show your team, hey, these are things that we have to do to go out and win football games. I care about not beating ourselves, and I care about what are we doing that keeps us from playing our best. I've said it all the time. If we're playing our best and somebody beats us, I can live with that, because that's how it goes. Right now, there's areas that we're not playing our best, and that's where mostly I'm frustrated. But there's some things from this game last week that our guys did really well. You build off of those things, and you continue to prioritize to fix the things that are keeping you from winning a game.
If Vasco can't go, is it still a 2-quarterback deal? Like how do you move forward into this week?
I think we've talked about that Sunday, and Mike came in and did some solid things, but he also didn't do some things that he's capable of doing. And we're not gonna have an excuse like you haven't played much. You got to go do the necessary things to help us move the ball. So we gotta find whoever can help us move the ball consistently, because it didn't happen very realistically in the second half, and it put our defense in a bad situation. And so I would tell you that all three quarterbacks that we have left right now are all going to be evaluated and have an opportunity to see who can help us move the ball, because we got to be able to move the ball. And so if somebody's out there and they're not doing that, then we're going to try somebody else. And so obviously we'll base a lot on practice and how that goes. But I would tell you, if Vasco can't go, then all three through the evaluation this week will have some type of opportunity to earn some playing time.
When you turn on the film this year, looking at your defense, especially the front line, JMU, maybe even going back to Bowling Green, Jacksonville State, what do you see from them as far as in terms of getting pressure at the quarterback, maybe being able to get stops for loss in the backfield? What are you seeing from this kind of new look defensive line in the early season?
I think one, I would say this: we've got to do a better job of at the defensive line. I would say you're talking about rushing the quarterback and all that stuff. I think we got to do a better job on first downs. If you look going back the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think when we've got a little tired or whatever, they've gotten bigger yardage on first down, so it doesn't put us in a situation where on that third down it's maybe a 3rd and 3 or 4, so that opens up, it could be a run or a pass, right? We've not been able to get them in tons of third where we can really just get after the quarterback. And when we've done that, we've not been able to really get enough pressure with our 4 without trying to bring extra to really make a quarterback feel uncomfortable, if that makes sense. We've had some moments where we've done that, just probably not consistently. So I think there's area improvement there, but I think it comes back more to winning more on first down to put them in more of those situations. Like last week, I think we had them in 5. If I'm not mistaken, I think we had them in 5 3rd and longs, I think. And I think we did a pretty good job once we got them in those 3rd and longs, We just didn't get them in enough of those situations because of the first down. So I'll answer your question. We got to be better on first down to get them more in those where we can't get after, and we don't have to think is a run coming or is a pass. Because as a coordinator, if you know you can run or pass, you're a little like, hey, what do we call here? If you know you're pretty confident pass, you can really sell out to go get after the quarterback.
Haven't had as much success running the ball this year as the last couple of seasons. What are some things that you guys need to improve on moving forward to be more successful there?
Well, one, when you turn the ball over like we have in the first couple of games, you lose opportunities to continue to run the ball, And so I would look at our from a possession standpoint. We've not had near as many opportunities to possess the ball because we've turned it over. Then when you're going these 3 and outs, you don't be able to have a chance to sustain drives and allow your 3 or 4 yard runs to become 10, 12, 15. And then on top of that, I think other opposing teams are rushing the ball at a decent clip versus us. And so they're keeping the clock moving, and so then you put yourself in situations. And so I think, one, we got to take care of the ball. We got to do a better job of holding on to the football because that gives us more opportunities there to continue to build that. And then secondly, we got to do a better job of I think up front being more consistent, and then also when we've had some of these third downs, like those the 3 and outs, only one of those was a 3rd and long. We had opportunities, and so you get a first down. Now you can continue to do the things that you feel like you're good at, and continue maybe to wear down somebody. And we've just not been able to do that because of our situations that we put ourselves in, whether it's because of the turnovers or not converting some of those things. And so I don't think it's not necessarily a scheme thing, but I think we've got to be better, consistently do a better job of all those things I mentioned. And we've got to find ways, you talk about creating explosive plays and big plays. We've got to find ways to do that in our run game on the perimeter more. I think that's one thing we're probably missing right now.
When you point to those areas, is that personnel? Is it schematic? Is it offensive line? Is it running back? How do you identify those areas and put the pieces in place to correct?
I think you look at all the things. Like, hey, when you're not as good as you want to be, or you're not executing the way you want to be, you look at, hey, do we have too much scheme? You look at that. Are we not doing the right schemes? You look at those things. You look at your offensive line. Hey, are they doing the things they're coached to do? Okay, from a person, are they doing the things they're coached to do? Do we have the right guy at tackle? Or should he be a guard? When you lost a Badowski, so you had to put some people around and some different things. So you're adjusting there, and you're trying to find, hey, do we have the right people in the right place? There's a lot that goes into that. At the end of the day, people's got to do their jobs too. We got to do a better job of calling plays and coaching and doing the things necessary, but also we got to execute when we have the opportunities to execute. Running backs included, right? If a running back, should have made a cut this way and he doesn't, that could have been a huge play that does some things. So can you have them be quiet while we're talking? I know who that is. That's Eldrick too, by the way. And so all those things go into it, I think. There's a lot we all got to get better on. And so we look at that each week. Hey, are we running the things we need to run schematically? Okay. Are we coaching it the right way? Are the players taking the coaching? Are they doing what they're coached to do? And then do we have the right people in the right place?
ODU looks explosive on offense, 30 points a game, super efficient in the red zone. And what makes them dangerous?
Their quarterback's playing lights out. He's playing lights out. He can run, and he can throw, and so he's throwing darts, and when your quarterback's playing at a high level, then you can do a lot of different things, especially in the red zone when he's a threat to run. So then you load up the box, and now he's been able to throw, drop dimes in there with one-on-ones, and then you think, hey, we got to play coverage, and then they're good enough to. And so he's playing specifically, but their offense is playing at a high level there, and then and then I think defensively they give you. They play a unique scheme defensively that gives you a lot of challenges, and so you really have to do a good job of being patient and trying to find out what they're trying to do to you. So,
how so?
Well, they play a robber team. They're a robber, so not that maybe you guys know what that is, but they play with extra safety, right? So they play with 3 safeties, and so they get a bunch of different looks out of that. And so you have to scheme for there's certain looks there, and so it's something that you don't see typically weekly. And so there's a lot that goes into that, a lot of little thinking, and so they create some chaos and are able to cause some turnovers and some tackle for losses because of the different things they do. And they get their ball back to their offense, and their offense has been explosive, so they're able to just get a lead, and then they can really go after you. So this is going to be a challenging game for us. We got to take care of the ball. We got to try to limit the opportunities that we give them because they've been scored. But besides Indiana, is a really good team. They've torched everybody, including the people down the road, and so they're a talented guy, and they're playing with a lot of confidence. So it's a big challenge for us.